Hello friends, this is Komal Thanvi and in today's video we will learn domain namespace that handles all the naming within the internet. Friends, in internet, which is network of networks, any entity is identified using IP addresses. A IP address uniquely defines the connection of a host to the internet. Let us understand this. Say we are having a host that desires to establish a connection with the internet. So, as soon as the connection is established, the internet will assign a 32-bit number to the host that is called as the IP address. Thereafter, all the communication between the host and the network will take place through these IP addresses. However, human beings prefer to use names instead of IP addresses. Why? Because for human beings it is easier to remember names instead of numbers. Let me give you one example to make the things more clear. Friends, we all use mobile phones in which we are having an app called Contacts. Now, whenever a person want to make a call to another person, he will search that person's name in his contacts. As soon as he will search, he will get the desired details. Once he press the call button to make a call, the mobile will call that person. But how? Not by using his name, but by using his number. So, here in this example, the person will say that he is calling to Rock, but the mobile is making the call using the mobile number of the Rock. So, what I want to say is the human being are referring to the name, but the network wants the number for connection. Similarly, in our computer networks, we are having a machine that communicates using the IP addresses. On the other hand, we are having human beings that are more comfortable with names. So, we need a system which can map numbers to names and names to number. So friends, this one issue is regarding dealing with the numbers and names. And the second is these IP addresses may change. What it means, let us understand. Consider a email ID something like komal@128.72.19.2. Firstly, this type of email ID is very tedious to remember as we have already discussed. And secondly, this email ID is subject to change because this IP address is subject to change. How? So let me give you one more example. Suppose Komal's organization moves the mail server to another machine. So as the machine will change, the IP address will change and hence it will be required for Komal to change her email address, which is not a convenient practice from user point of view. Hence, ASCII names were introduced to decouple machine names from machine addresses. Hence, the email address that we use today looks something like komal@ssgmc.ac.in. So friends, so far what I am trying to say that we need something that maps numbers, that is your IP address, to the name and vice versa to make the communication convenient from both user and machine point of view. So the first solution toward this is the host file. Friends, long back in ARPANET, when the internet was very small, the mapping was done using host file. This host file consisted of only two columns, names and corresponding IP addresses. So, whenever a host is connected to the internet, it will store this host file, say something like host.txt, into its memory. This file was periodically updated from a master host file that is maintained centrally. So, whenever a program or a user wants to map or wants to access any IP address, say let us take an example that here this person want to access a site ssgmc.ac.in, so that person will refer the host file in his system, and from this host file he will map the name to the IP address and hence can get back the IP address very easily. However, for a small network having few large time sharing machines, this system worked reasonably well. But what when thousands of computers were connected? So everyone realized that when large number of PCs are connected, this approach is not going to work. But why? The answer is simple. Increase in the size of host file will the size of host file will go on increasing as the number of hosts increases, and it is almost impossible to update all the host file over the entire world simultaneously. So, an intermediate solution to this problem was that to save the host file centrally in a master host PC and to provide access to all other PCs. However, even this solution did not work out. Why? Because it went into creating a large amount of traffic. So, as a solution to all these problems, our domain namespace was invented. The concept is very simple: to divide the large amount of information into smaller parts and store on the different computers. Now, the host that needs mapping can contact the closest computer which is holding the information. Let me explain you the working in very brief. Suppose a application program desires to get one IP address. So that program will call a library procedure, generally known as a resolver. While calling this procedure, this application program will pass the name of that IP address as an argument. This name stored inside a UDP packet is transferred to a local DNS server. The local DNS server, on receiving this UDP packet, will check the name and try to find out the corresponding IP address. After finding the IP address, DNS server will return it to the resolver, which will return it back to the application program that has initiated the request. Now, once the IP address is available, the program can easily establish the connection with the desired destination. So friends, this was all about the introduction of domain namespace. For detailed working, stay tuned with me for my next video. Thank you very much.